I can't talk. Let's start that part over. Don't laugh at me. I feel you judging me over there.
Want some vodka? It'll help relax you.
No. Hi guys, Ellie here. So since I started my new series of personal horror stories with my video about the worst manager ever in retail, I'll put a link in the video description if you want to check it out. But since that video, I've been thinking back a lot and remembering past events that would make for interesting stories to talk about. And that also got me thinking about my time as staff on Hypixel and certain experiences there. So today I want to tell you guys about the craziest staff member that Hypixel has ever had, who was demoted in less than 2 days of being on the staff team. This was quite a long time ago, back in 2014, so keep that in mind because things were a lot different back then for staff than how it is today, and probably all the information I'm going to give is incredibly outdated. The team was much smaller at the time, so for the most part, everyone knew each other and we were all friendly and welcoming to new staff, and while of course we needed to be professional as staff members, there were different procedures and policies back then, and it was a much more laid-back kind of environment. So someone being removed from the staff team was a fairly rare occurrence, and you had to do something pretty bad for that to happen. The team was also under different management at the time. It was just one person, and I'm not going to use their name since discussing this individual tends to open up a can of worms, so if you know who it is, then you know. But for this video, I'm just going to call this person K. So it was late evening one night several years ago, way back in 2014, and a bunch of staff were hanging out together on TeamSpeak and playing games together and chatting, which was something we did fairly often, and we were all fairly close-knit back then. And we noticed Kay was in his private channel in TeamSpeak doing an interview with someone. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, obviously I would not use this person's real username because I don't want to publicly shame anyone, but I couldn't even if I wanted to, because I don't actually remember this girl's name. I think it was like Allie something or something that had Allie in it, because the other staff I was talking with were kind of poking fun at me and joking like, oh, there's gonna be another Allie in the staff team. I don't think she had the same first name as me, even though she went by Allie. Like, my real name is Allison, for those who don't know, but I think her name was something else like Alyssa or Alicia or something. I have no idea, and I'm probably very wrong, but I'm just going to call her the other Allie. So the interview had gone well because Kay had given her the helper tag and brought her into the channel where the rest of us were hanging out, as was usual. So those of us that were online could meet the new staff member and we could all be introduced. And she was nice and everything seemed okay for like 5 minutes. Like I said, this girl was friendly and all, but she talked a lot. She immediately dominated the conversation. If someone tried to talk, she would interrupt them. And as I said, some of us were playing games at the time like Mega Walls or something. And it's not very easy to communicate with each other as a team with frickin' chatty Kathy over here talking about Quake and how amazing she was and how that's all she ever plays and all her achievements and talking so much that she was probably blue in the face. But I figured maybe she was just nervous, being brand new to the staff team and meeting so many new people at once, since it can be a little overwhelming at first. All of us had been there before, so we just let her go on for a while. The next day was one of the few days I didn't have anything to do. No class, no work, no nothing, so I was online pretty much all day. So I hop onto TeamSpeak, and the other Allie is already there with some other staff, still rambling on about whatever. So today, we were a little more assertive in our conversation. Not trying to be outright rude, but if she would try to talk over us, then we'd just keep talking and not let her interrupt us. But then she would pipe up like, hold on guys, I want to tell you something, just be quiet for a minute. So at some point, someone got the idea, since she was going on and on about Quake, for all of us, and I think there were like 8 or 10 people at the time, to party up and go into a game to farm some of the more difficult achievements to get. So we had a mix of mods and helpers, even an admin joined us, and the achievement we were trying to get was to kill a certain number of people with one shot. I don't even remember. So we all line up, and before we can even discuss who's going first, the other Allie immediately pipes up, me, please, let me do it, let me go, please, let me go, please. We're like, okay, fine. And she shoots us all down the line, killing the rest of us at once, and she gets the achievement. Then someone else gets their turn, and another person goes. But once we line up for the 4th time, while we're still trying to figure out who's going to go, we all of a sudden die out of nowhere before we were expecting it. And the other Allie had killed us all, even though she had already gotten the achievement and someone else was supposed to be going. So we're just kind of like, what the heck? And she's just giggling like a maniac, and we ask her, okay, please don't do that. We're trying to give everyone a turn, and it's a bit of a pain to get everyone lined up perfectly just for her to screw it up. And she says, okay, sorry. So we all get lined up again, and she shoots us all again. And we're starting to get really annoyed since apparently now that she got the achievement she wanted, she doesn't care about anyone getting it and just wants to mess around and ruin a good time for everyone and just completely screw up the plan we had. So we tell her, okay, seriously, you need to knock it off. And she says, sorry, I'll stop. And once again, we get lined up and she still does it. Again, cracking up like it's the funniest thing in the world, not cooperating, being very difficult to work with. And the admin in the group says, I need to talk to you, and immediately leaves the TeamSpeak channel we're in to go to an empty one and drags the other Allie with them. And the rest of us are left sitting there like, oh my god. And we had no idea what they were talking about, of course, but it took a few minutes for both of them to come back, and she kind of mumbles an apology for what she did, and she's all embarrassed, so apparently she got a verbal butt whooping. But now no one wants to continue with what we were doing, which really irritated me because I was one of the people that didn't get a chance to go, so I never got the damn achievement, but whatever. So we give her another chance to stay in the party, and we decided to do a normal game of Quake and play free-for-all. And of course, the other Allie instantly perked up since she has mentioned so many times this is her try-hard game. So anytime she gets a kill, she's shouting so loud like, ha, take that noob. Oh my god, I'm so awesome, and you are such a noob. And if she gets killed, she's like, oh, come on, what the heck? That was such a cheap shot. I couldn't even see you. That was so unfair. And we all just get kind of quiet after the game, and most of us just kind of make excuses to leave the party and go about doing our own thing. Some leave TeamSpeak, and the rest of us just chill for a while. More people join and leave throughout the day, and the other Allie is being her usual super chatty self, but I'm just going around checking hackers and tuning her out until at some point she starts getting upset because she's looking at staff chat on the server, and she's like, why did so-and-so get muted? Apparently, this person that just got muted was her friend, and the staff that muted them was in another TeamSpeak channel, so she gets them to come onto our channel, and she's like, why did you mute this person? What did they do? And the other staff explains that he was being rude or swearing or something, I don't even remember, and they didn't stop after being warned. And the staff member even sent a screenshot of chat, and the other Allie tries to defend them, like, oh, I can't believe this. He never acts like this. I think he's just having a bad day, and I know he won't do it again. Can I just unmute him so I can talk to him? I'll make sure he doesn't do it again. It's okay. He is my friend. I'll just talk to him. And before anyone can even say anything, she unmutes him. And we're all just sitting there like, whoa, slow your roll. You absolutely cannot do that. What the frick are you doing? And she tries to justify it, and she keeps going like, oh, he's my friend. I'll just talk to him and he won't do it again. It's okay. He's never been muted before, so I'll just talk to him. It's okay. It's okay. Which, first off, this definitely was not that person's first punishment. They had like a handful of mutes and a ban. I checked. And we tried to explain to her, just because someone is your friend doesn't mean you can just undo their punishment. That's what gets people saying staff are corrupt and horrible and crap. And she almost starts up again, but one of the other staff puts their foot down and says, no, you cannot do that. It's not okay, and you're just causing problems for the rest of us by doing this. And that seemed to finally get through to her. And I think she says, oh, okay, and her friend gets remuted. But after that, it just gets super awkward. no one wants to be in that channel anymore because I think she was still kind of complaining, so we all just leave to go do our own thing away from all the drama. There were also some claims we found out later that night she had also been swearing in public chat because she was playing with some of her Quake friends and supposedly someone in the game reported her. I don't know if this actually happened. I never saw any screenshots, but with how sweaty she was with Quake and remembering how she reacted during our group game, it seems very plausible. Now those are just the events that I was there for. I'm sure there's many more people that she annoyed and frustrated throughout the day. But the next day, it was late in the morning, close to early afternoon, and I specifically remember I had a tattoo appointment and I was waiting in the lobby area scrolling through my phone, and I checked the staff Skype chat back when they actually used Skype, and suddenly out of nowhere it says, K removed the other ally from the group, and he said immediately after, Demoted. And I kid you not, guys, there were so many people saying, yay, finally, I'm so happy she's gone. And I almost felt bad for her. Almost. Because clearly no one liked this girl, and she'd only just become staff the other night, like about 36 hours before. But she was just such a frustrating person to be around. Like, just the stuff she was doing, the constant interruptions and not letting anyone else talk, not cooperating with others and ruining everyone else's fun, making exceptions to the rules for her friend, and if she was actually acting really unprofessional with her friends in public chat, that's just... it's unacceptable. Not even like as a staff thing, but as a decent human being thing. So she didn't even make it to 2 full days on the staff team. My goodness. Like I said, I don't even remember who this person's name is. I don't know if she still hangs around on the server. If she does, maybe then she'll see this video. I have no idea. Now, I know this person is likely not the worst staff that has ever existed on the server. I know for some other people, there have been accusations of hacking and whatnot floating around. But from my experience and what I've seen, she's definitely up there. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have many more stories, both personal stories and maybe some more Hypixel stories if you guys would like to hear that. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you have not already. If you would like to support my channel, check out my Patreon. There's a link in the video description. And thanks again for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.